The worst thing that can happen to you as an investor is losing your money in an investment. The capital, which is the money that you actively put into that investment, into that opportunity, that is your capital, and that capital must be preserved or guaranteed over the period of time that you are going to be in that investment. There is only one way through which you can lose your money, and that is through unauthorized access to that account. There are only two individuals who are authorized to access that account. One is the fund manager through the custodian in directing that money on where it shall be invested eventually. And the second person is you, the investor. When you are putting in more money or you are withdrawing from that account. When you are putting money to your account, we say you are purchasing. When you are withdrawing, you are selling. Any other form of access will be unauthorized access geared towards stealing that money. Inflation, which is persistent increase in prices of commodities, does not lose your money. Inflation eats into the purchasing power of this money. In that, if you have $1 million in that account today, whatever that million can buy you today in terms of quantity and value will be different from what it will fetch you in the market in terms of the same value and quantity a year down the line. That is what inflation is. Inflation is cured, or we protect or preserve that purchasing power of money by putting our money into investments that generate income, interest that is more than the inflation rate. We are compensating for that loss of purchasing power to our money by increasing it. Inflation rate protection will be guaranteed by the fund manager or through the investment. That one will be guaranteed so long as the capital or the money in that account is protected and is there, because interest is a result of the rate which is applied on the object, which is your capital. So minus the object, the interest rate, no matter how high, beautiful it is, it's useless. There must be capital, the object, in order for the interest rate to make sense to the investor. Therefore, protecting, securing this capital should be the most important thing in investment. Losing your capital will be through ways, as we have indicated, unauthorized access. And therefore, because much will be done by the fund manager to protect access of that money from your account by an authorized person, then much is left on your side as the investor to protect unauthorized access emanating for your side as the investor. We shall be looking at what you need to do as an investor to protect your money with the fund manager through unauthorized access after 3 seconds short break. Don't go away. Give a thumbs up to this video, share it, and engage in the comment section. Welcome back. Thank you for that subscription, the like, and the comment. The loss of your money through unauthorized access in your account simply borders around your passwords or your access logging in details. Your creation, handling, and storage of those details matters a lot. One, when you are programming your password, make sure you do a very strong password. The system will prompt you on whether you have created a weak password, a strong password, or a very strong password. The strength of that password will depend on the number of characters that you have programmed and their blend. At least make sure that at the very minimum, you mix a minimum of 8 characters for your password. And you are blending in alphabets that are uppercase, lowercase, numbers, and symbols to make that word password impossible, almost impossible to be guessed by any person. Don't use names or passwords that can easily be guessed, like your birthdays, your names, name of your children alone. Mix those characters to make them uneasy to be guessed by an individual. Number 2 is a storage of that password. Don't store your passwords in such a way that you are ignorant it will get accessed by another person. Don't write your passwords in books or papers. Don't write it in your phone, your laptop, or in computers that are being accessed by other people. Don't give away that information yourself, because there are people who share their passwords with other people. Those are private details. It should remain private unless you have another person managing the same account for you. Number 3 is on the applications that are in your phone. You have your bank application, or 2 of them. You have your money market fund, a mobile application in that phone, and others. Those sensitive applications that touch on your money, hide them. Access to your money may not be only through the interface alone. You can be forced by malicious people to access those accounts on their behalf. This is a case where you are abducted and criminals force you to access money for them. At the end of the day, it will appear as if you are the one who is accessing, and actually you are, but you are doing it under duress. Don't carry all the time your bank cards, your debit cards. If you get exposed by abductors, criminals, they can use you to access your money. They'll hang with you, around with you, because bank accounts do have withdrawal limits. They'll hang around with you until around 23 hours in the night. They will force you to withdraw money, the limits, then hold you until the next day after 24 hours, where you'll be forced to get some more money, another limit, and they would can roll around with you throughout the night, withdrawing money from your accounts. Hide those applications from the face of your phone. Number 4 is about clicking links. We have hackers and scammers. Hackers are a bit professional, but some are criminal also. And we have scammers. These fellas will send you links. Those links, we call them phishing links. They are purposely created that once you OK or click OK or accept those links, the moment you click on those links, they will mine a lot of data from your phone or your device and reroute it or communicate it to the scammer or the hacker. That way, those fellas will be able to use the same details and access your money. Avoid clicking any link that flies your way. Number 5, use secure websites. Use secure websites when you are accessing your accounts. If you are not using your mobile applications to access your accounts and you choose to go the website, make sure you are using secure websites. Lastly is a question of use of public Wi-Fis. If you are using public Wi-Fis or cyber cafes, those Wi-Fis, most of them, those access points, they are not secured. They can expose your information. They can expose your details to other people. In some cases, these hackers and scammers, they will rely on public Wi-Fis to access your details. And don't forget, when you are using public Wi-Fis, and in many cases when you are using cyber cafes to access your information, always make sure you log out. Always make sure you log out from your email, you log out from your accounts successfully. Make sure by the time you're leaving that station, you are fully logged out, and possibly clear your browser history and clear the cache memory. Very important, if your application, if that application does provide, make sure you are using that two-way verification mode. Two-way verification mode ensures that any moment you are accessing your account, you'll be required to access a code. There is a code that the system will send to your authorized mobile number in that system, and that code you'll have to feed that code in the system for that system to allow you to access the account. And for a two-way verification, another code will be sent to your email that will also be required to access and feed or program in the system for you to be able to access account. It's not very easy for a person to be able to access your mobile number and also access your email at the same time. They may have access to one but fail to access the other one, and that way you'll be secure. Many a time, we are the ones who enable access to our accounts by committing many obvious errors of omission and commission, things that we do and other things that we don't do. Security to your account. Security to your account partly depends on the side of the fund manager, the side of the bank, or the side of the service provider, and majorly depends on your side. If you let loose from your end, you will have committed a serious mistake, because even when an access to your account has been followed and the money recovered, it becomes another hurdle, a legal process before your money starts working for you again. So in some cases, that amount once recovered back to your account, it will be held in suspense accounts. You will not be able to access it. You can see it through the system, but you cannot access that amount because it will still remain under investigation. And in most cases, as they investigate about the access to that account, that money will not be generating. That money will not be working for you. The money will not be generating any return for that period. So let's secure our investments by doing our part. Protect your investment by guarding your login details. Thank you for watching.